Hello, how's it going out there, folks? Happy birthday to anyone who had a birthday ruined by the vid. Your party sucked. At least you had a birthday. Good job. We're all with you. Making a video today. Feel like I need to get a few things off my chest. You know, I think I've said this before. I'm not a super smart guy or an expert or a doctor or anything like that or a scientist. So I'm in the dark as much as anyone else. And going through some pretty uncertain times. You know, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't a little bit afraid. If I didn't feel scared a little bit. Maybe a lot, really, maybe. I haven't been into a store for weeks without a mask on. Or gloves. I got my wipes. I got my fucking bleach water, bitches. I'm full on crazy. I'm full on crazy. But in a way, I think that, you know, I'm coping okay. I'm coping all right. I'm getting through my daily life. I'm keeping the wheels turning here at home. And, I guess that's all we can do, right? We're supposed to stay at home as much as possible, which would be great if you weren't the guy who had to go to the fucking Walmart every week to get the shit, or the guy who has to go to work if there's work. Which, fuck yeah, I had a few days. And, of course, you got to take old Ma her medicine, and then there's all my other old friends who just fucking can't stand being lonely. Just want to visit. Fuck you guys. Stop trying to visit. And forget it. I don't care if there's swears in this video. I'm not trying to monetize this shit. I think what I want to talk about today is how do we do it? How do you deal with fear in your everyday life? You know, how do you cope with that and be there for other people who are afraid, like your kids? You know, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of bullshit's been going on the last good while about feelings. You know, we have those feelings for a reason. You're scared, you know, you're angry, you're happy, whatever. They're there as cues, evolved over millions of years to help us get through life and survive. You know, some of us have better skills for that. It's something you need to be prepared for. It's something that you develop over a long time, like learning how to ride a bike or anything. Being a surgeon, becoming a mechanic like my daughter, you practice at this. But when it comes to crisis or trauma, you know, those things you can't really practice. You kind of have to go through them in order to learn how to compartmentalize the things and get through your life. I mean, all so long. You know, all I hear is the new way of doing things is you have your little feelings and you're not supposed to hold them in. You're supposed to let them out. You're supposed to tell everybody around you you're feeling sad, or you're not happy. Life isn't going your way, and you're supposed to get those out and share them with people around you. That's not true. In my experience, it's not really true at all. Nobody wants to know about your shit. Nobody wants to see you having a breakdown when you're supposed to be towing the line. You know, I don't have answers for my kids. I gotta go inside my house every night, chin up. I gotta answer their scary questions I don't have the first clue about. And I gotta show them, you know what? Like, yeah, we're all scared, but, you know, we're gonna get through this one day at a time. Maybe there is no threat. Maybe it's all imagined, just like my crazy friends say. Either way, it's bullshit. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change how you cope with these things. You know, when I was a kid, I went through some pretty rough times. I seen some things. People getting hurt. I lost loved ones. You know, your everyday life breaks down. Throw everything you own in a few bags, put it in the back of the car, and jump in the back seat. Move in the middle of the night. I've seen people get physically hurt. And there are times for your feelings, and there are times when you just gotta put that shit aside. Just put it a fucking aside and put one foot in front of the other and do the right thing. And tough it the fuck out. You know, there's people I know who probably understand this. I have some friends who are police. Some are nurses. I have some friends who are EMTs. We all go through this. You can get PTSD from a fucking bad car accident. And you're always gonna fucking feel a little bit nervous every time you put that fucking seatbelt on and someone hits the brakes. Tightens up. Heart gets racing. Now, I guess I'm rambling, but the trick is learning how to shut that off when you need to and let yourself relax. Find a place where you can put your bullshit out on the table and air it out. Get it off your chest, have a little talk. You know, maybe you need to go for a walk. Have a little cry. Do whatever you need to do. There are times for that. But then you need to put that shit back in the fucking drawer in your head and get the fuck on with your life. And that's what we're supposed to be doing right now. It's the only way to do it. It takes practice. There's no certainty of anything in this world. Once you realize that, it's a lot more scarier if you think about it. It doesn't matter what you think you have going on. Situations like this make it pretty apparent to everybody. And then, you have this whole isolation thing on top of it. It's a stressful time for a lot of folks. And honestly, there is a lot of people out there. I'm not going to categorize them so much, but a lot of them are younger and they don't know how to deal with shit like this. They don't know about hard times or crisis or emergency, yeah, sure, maybe there was a fire or whatever, but a lot of these kids think that they're supposed to just get out there in the world, their heart on their shoulder, and feel everything and share their feelings. And you know what? Sometimes it's too much. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but like at my house, I have noticed some weird things going on. A lot of little emotional breakdowns here over silly things. And I noticed the other day with my kid, you know, first it was he was doing some cooking. It was, I don't know what the hell he was making us. Some sort of caramelized cupcakes. And well, the recipe didn't turn out. And he just kept mixing and mixing more frantically, adding things and trying to get it better and better. And it was the most important thing in the world to him. And it didn't work, you know. And I'd been on the kids a bit about using things and wasting food and what have you, of course. And he just had, a little breakdown. Just burst out in tears, just couldn't cope. All because of this cupcakes that didn't turn out. And I thought that was kind of weird. And a couple days later, it was painting. He was painting a picture. He loves his art. And the next thing you know, it's not turning out. And he's getting more and more frantic about it and scrubbing at the canvas and trying to wipe the paint off. And again, little breakdown. And I was like, bud, let it go. It's okay. Same with my daughter, wakes up one day, all of a sudden it's, she's a total failure in life. College isn't going anywhere. She's not working, this or that. She's a bad dog owner. Just down on herself. Unable to cope. Little screamy cry fit. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. My kids barely talk to me about what's going on. My son watches the news a bit. He asks me questions. I answer them. I ask him what kind of fucking news he's watching. The kid is watching the BC CDC updates every day. And the Prime Minister's address, he hates the Prime Minister. He might be the only 12-year-old in the world who hates him. Never thought he was capable of doing this job. He watches him every day, passes judgment. Him and his older sister, they carry this shit around. And, and it comes out in little waves. They're not sure how to cope with it. And, honestly, they don't want to hear my advice. They don't want to hear it from me. I tell them, fuck, suck it up. Let's make new cupcakes, Let it go. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Move on to the next thing. But a thought occurred to me, I was trying to think if I've ever been through anything like this before. It's different when you're a kid. I remember when the AIDS first came out. It was scary. I was 7, 8 years old. And nobody knew anything about it. It was a new thing. And I remember being terrified about it. My parents were breaking up, and I remember my old man came over to our apartment one day to collect a bunch of stuff up because him and Mom were Splitsville. He was packing his shit. And he saw, he'd seen some things around the house. He's like, your mom's new boyfriend around? And I was like, yeah, he's been around. we're organizing his shit, and you know, I'm kind of feeling insecure as a kid. My old man goes through the bedroom and he's like, "Your fucking mom, she sleep with that guy in there?" And I was like, "What? I think so." And he's like, "Good. I hope they get the fucking AIDS and die." That's what my dad said to me. And fuck, I was terrified of that. I never liked my mom's boyfriend either, but I thought for sure that that was going to happen. That's the kind of support I got from my old man. And it freaked the shit out of me. So, you know, when I go inside the house and I talk to my kids, I try to keep my emotions in check a little bit. I try to answer their questions as best I can or point them towards somebody else who can do it better. And fucking rights. I chin the fuck up. I stay steady. I don't tell them that I hope so-and-so down the street fucking dies from this because that guy's an asshole or the neighbor lady's a fucking bitch. I don't say things like that. That being said, I do need to get some of these things off my chest. I have fucking feelings and I am scared. Man, I haven't slept right for 2 months. Right? My little PTSD fucking alarm bells have been ringing for a while over this shit. Like I said earlier in the video, I haven't even been to a store for weeks without a mask. I ordered those masks over a month ago. I'm crazy. I live in a place where there's probably a really low risk, so they say, except that every fucking day I go to walk my dog and see a new car from Ontario or more license plates from the United States. I know people are coming here. I don't know if they're bringing the fucking vid with them. You know? I gotta be careful. I gotta be healthy so I can get back to life and work. And I don't know who else to talk to. You know, I guess I could try to get a counselor or some shit like that. They don't fucking. This is Fort St. John, British Columbia. There ain't a lot of them around. I could call the hotline like the Prime Minister said. But one thing I can't do is go inside the house and dump my shit all over the table and fucking leave it there bare for the kids to fucking go through and help prop me up. So, I guess I make these videos and try to get it off my chest. It's a thing. Maybe somebody watching this will feel lonely, and you can hit me up in the comments if you want to talk to somebody, or you can make your own videos. It makes me feel better to share, and I don't care. I don't care if you laugh at this or if you think that I'm an idiot. That's fine. It's what I need to do. Oh shit! Touched my face. God damn. That's all right. I Cloroxed my hands. Take a lot of walks outside. I get the fresh air. Been lucky to do a few days of work. But it's still there in the back of my mind all the time. And so yeah, I need to get it off. I need to talk it out. And and if that sets me right, then I'm there for my family, and they can talk it out on me. They can unload on me. They can do their little cry fits on me. And I'll be able to help them out with that. I can take some of the weight. Because, I'm doing what I can to take care of myself first. That's the number one rule I got taught as a kid. You can't take care of anyone unless you take care of yourself. You have to do that first. But you don't have to do it alone. Even if you are alone, like everyone else right now, there's ways you can reach out. There's things you can do to unload, besides, I guess, just drinking like a madman or smoking too much weed or whatever it is that you do. Eating fucking candy. You need more than that. And you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out nowadays. You gotta take care of this first. This is the most important tool in any crisis. That's the main thing I've learned over the years. The number one thing. You can fucking hoard toilet paper. You can buy masks. You can get guns. You can store food. All of these things. But if you can't keep it together up here, it won't matter how many fucking rounds you have or how many wipes you have before you fucking have to start using your hand. You'll go fucking crazy. The best thing you can do is remember 2 words. Don't panic. Don't panic. Suck it in. Take a minute. Make a smart choice. Move on. It's not going to get less scary. Things aren't going to become more safe or less, fucking unstable. No, shit fucking happens all the time. This is just the new shit. Granted, it's serious, depending on who you talk to. Maybe it's some sort of conspiracy by the government to get rid of a bunch of us, or maybe it's some way to keep us in our house and go broke so China can buy all the fucking companies and start making us fucking volunteer for organ donation or work at Christmas light factories. I fucking don't know. But I do know that I can't panic. That I have to put one foot in front of the other and get the fuck out the front door every day. Granted, I'm not supposed to be going anywhere, and fucking, I try not to, but I mean, you do have to get through your life, and it's gonna be past your apartment door or your front door at some point. And if you're stuck in your fucking house, and you haven't talked to anyone for weeks, and you're going crazy, and you're paralyzed with fear, then you're not doing it right. You need to let that go. Put it in a fucking drawer in your head and move on. Wash the dishes and get fucking going. Anyways, I feel a lot better now. And hopefully anyone who watches this, I hope it might help a few people too. I hope that you think about it and learn to take a few deep breaths and do what you can. Don't cry in front of your fucking kids. You can help it. It makes them scared. Have a good one.